I bring my guest in on the Studio 4 here with me, the desk with me. His name is Ben Shields. Good to see you, Ben. Mayor of Dubbo. Now, the reason I wanted to talk to you, of course, is the weather. These rains must be so welcome. You happen to be in the big smoke today, but I know there's been well over an inch of rain in Dubbo in the last 24 hours or so, with plenty more on the way.
Look, it's been incredible, actually. It's made a lot of people happy. But I tell you, with the rain has also brought some problems as well. Right next door in Wellington and also in Geary, we've actually had to do issue a boil water alert because, you know, with all those dust storms over the last few weeks, what's happened is with this rain, it's washed all the dust into the rivers, which of course turned the rivers now into this giant flood of mud. So our filtration plants are not quite keeping up at the moment. But look, it is a good problem to have because it means that hopefully the drought is starting to move now. We might be heading in the right direction. We've got some long-term good weather forecasts coming.
Well, that's right. There's very heavy rains in northern Queensland. Now rains right across western Queensland, northern New South Wales, western New South Wales, now out on the plains getting a lot of the rains. A lot of the bushfires on the eastern seaboard have been extinguished by the rain. This is starting to look like drought-breaking rain to you on the western plains? Yeah,
so one rain event will never be a drought breaker. You need to have some follow-up in a few weeks' time and then continue. But look, we're heading in the right direction. But importantly for us, so we desperately need water and rain to head across our catchment areas, particularly around the Bathurst area and that when it comes to Burrendong Dam. With Burrendong Dam at 1.7% now, that's quite scary, it is. We really need rain in those areas. Noting that Burrendong Dam is actually huge though. It's 3 times Sydney Harbour, the size of it. So look, it is a huge dam, but we need the water there. We need it to rain there.
I think we're looking at pictures now, of course, of after the rain. Now here is the dam, Burrendong Dam, as you're saying. You see how dreadfully low it is. Now, of course, the rains we've had already hopefully is enough to sort of soak the topsoil. From now on, you'd be hoping what falls gives you some pretty good runoff into that dam.
Absolutely. Its runoff means everything to us. So, look, it's just got to happen. But, you know, again, even with the rain falling now, and if we get a good year now, that isn't going to be the major thing that's going to save us economically. Farmers are still going to be poor for a long time.
Sure.
That's, you know, you don't just suddenly have a heap of money in your back pocket once it starts raining. They've actually now got to find the cash to start resowing and to start recovering and finding some breeding stock and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing it tough now for, you know, the next couple of years at least before we can recover.
Good of you to point that out and remind everybody, but of course I think most people are across this. There's a lot of rain coming. If you look at the forecast, I think there's rain forecast for each of the next, or likely each of the next 7 days. But then, of course, you'll need follow-up rains and into winter and all that. And you make the good point that all farmers, whether they're grazing or have crops, have got a lot of work to do before they get any return. But
that's absolutely
it must be putting a spring in their step.
It certainly is.
Even loosening the purse strings a bit.
But look, when it comes to loosening the purse string, the best thing that people can do, particularly in the cities, is keep having faith in regional New South Wales. Now, not just the bushfire areas, but the drought-affected areas, still keep doing those trips for tourism-wise. Still keep buying from regional businesses and that. You know, look,
so Easter,
come for a weekend.
School holidays not far off. I know we're just back, but there'll be more school holidays. And
look, let me give a plug for Western Plains Zoo and Old Dubbo Jail. Look, it's a great drive west. You know, come and do those trips. Now we need the city people more than ever to come and back us up. So it's important that happens. You know, it's one thing to lose our farming industry, which is our major industry keeping us alive in Dubbo. It's another thing to lose our second major industry because people think there's no water in which to have a tourism industry. So, look, please keep coming.
Just finally, though, just tell us about the personal response to people you know on the Western Plains, around Dubbo. Are they dancing in the streets? Are they hat-throwing parties?
I tell you what,
just the weight off their shoulders?
Some of those farmer boys go absolutely crazy when it starts raining. You see, every time there's a rain event, guaranteed there's going to be some young bloke going silly, you know, getting naked and running through the fields and that, you know, in the rain. Happens all the time. It just, you know, I don't know what it is. Must be something in the water.
Thanks for popping in. Glad you're safe here then in the city.
Not a problem. Thank you.